This is Jeff from Airstream Nerds. I have this Viair 450 pump that I've been using for all my tire inflation, for winterizing the Airstream, and any other air type needs around the house. It works great. I love it. I'm still going to use it, but I got something that'll help me with the small jobs. It's this new Milwaukee M12 inflator. When I get back, I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to go over some of the pluses and minuses to it, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are.
Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream Nerds.
I have a bunch of the M12 tools. Therefore, I have a bunch of the M12 batteries. When I saw this compact inflator, the jury was out as far as what did I need it for. I had the Viair. I used that for everything, but the Viair is a little bit complicated when you just have a tire down that you need a couple of pounds of air in. You have to take the Viair out. You have to hook up the hose. You have to hook it up to your battery or some other power source. It was just a little bit complicated when I just needed to air up my wife's tire when she needed to leave for work. So I picked this up. It is a pretty good little pump. You pop the battery in just like any of the other M12 tools. You power it on. You set the tire pressure that you want it for. You take the built-on hose, which also has a ball inflator and a couple other different size inflators for rafts and things like that. You take this, it screws on to the Schrader valve on your tire. Like I said, you set the pressure, you hit start. So I'm going to go over here to my van and I'm going to show you how this thing works. So every car inside the driver's side door jamb is a chart that tells you what your inflation PSI is for the tires. Sometimes they're the same all the way around. Sometimes the front tires are different than the back tires. And in my case, they're the same. So I'm going to set my thing for 35 PSI and I'm going to fill this thing up. All right, so I've got this thing screwed onto the valve. I'm going to set the pressure up to 35 like it says on the door jamb. Now, if you hold it down, it pops up by 5, so it does it a little quicker. Then I'm going to hit the start button. So, for most passenger car tires, it will air a tire up, not from dead flat, but it'll air a tire up from your normal where your tire would be low in less than a minute. For a truck like my truck over there, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes. They do say that you should not run this more than 10 minutes. If you have to run it more than 10 minutes, let it sit for 10 minutes so it cools down. It does get very hot when it's running for a while, but that's normal. I've used this. The PSI that's on here shows it's a plus or minus 3%, which is good enough for, you know, my tires. 3% is not that much. You can always check it and add a little more if you want. But I really like this, the compactness of it. I like that everything is together. I like that it uses the M12 batteries because I have a ton of them. And if you don't have, or you're looking for something, the Milwaukee tools, the M12 tools, are pretty awesome. I've got 6 or 7 of them, and I love them. They work great, and the batteries are all interchangeable. So all I need to do to pump up the tire is grab this off the shelf in the garage, pop the battery in it, set it, pump it up, put it away. It takes 5 minutes. Like if I'm on my way to work, it takes 5 minutes to fill up a tire. I don't really have any cons. It doesn't weigh anything. It's super light. It does what I want it to do. It's like set and forget. So if I'm getting ready to go camping and I want to air up my tires. I can pop this onto a tire, set it, let it go, do other stuff. When it cuts off, put it on the next tire, so I don't have to stand there and hold it each time I'm doing it. So this thing is going to be great for getting ready for a trip. Since I use Milwaukee tools in the camper as well that I bring with me in the trips, I'll probably throw this in the truck when we leave, even though I normally bring the Vire as well. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, put your comments below. I highly recommend this Milwaukee M12 tire inflator. This is Jeff from Airstream Nerds, and I'll see you on the next trip.